have the bar on the bottom?
It's on the top now.
Okay. The top.
You want to see it?
Yeah, let me see.
Yo. All right, welcome. We are live here at Motown Raceway in Modesto, California. This is Marc Natividad, regularly from Electric Dreams in El Segundo, California. But the team is here. We're going to be bringing you all of the race, and thank you for joining us. It is going to be a great day. So we are going to start qualifying, and the first person qualifying will be Mike Stahl, and the qualification here is on the orange lane. So this is an 8-lane corkscrew track, but we are only running 6 lanes. So we'll be running purple, yellow, blue, orange, green, and white lane. All right, my first time racing here, and thank you to Marc for having us here, and to all the staff here and his family running this great track here. The weather is good. It's about in the mid-70s right now. It's a little windy this morning, but nevertheless, we are here inside, and qualifications will begin in a little bit more than 15 minutes. So thank you for joining us. Stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe us here so that you're in line with all of our great content that we produce here and all the good slot car stuff. And thank you for being here, and thank you for joining us again. All right, looking forward to this race. We're also going to have a race with the F1s. I believe it's the current F22s from NSR. We're going to have a proxy race, which means the cars will stay in the lanes, and you'll be running 1 car in each lane. So basically leave the car in the lane and just move to the next lane and race the car that's on that lane. So that's a proxy race for those of you who don't know. And for those of you listening who are in the area of Modesto, please come and check out Motown Raceway. They have 3 slot car tracks, and this is one of their technically 24th scale track, but we race 32nd scale on it. There's a 24th scale track behind me, and a full quarter-mile drag race track. So if you're into slot cars and in Modesto area, come on down and check us out. Going to be turning on my YouTube app so that I can answer any questions that you may have. If you want to give us a shout out or just holler at us and tell us where you're from or where you're viewing from, that would be awesome. And I'll try to get right back to you. I do have to pay attention to the qualifying and what's going on the track so that I can call the shots and that you are in the loop for the racing. We also did a concourse on these cars, and the winner for the concourse was Mr. Ian Douglas with a beautiful painted livery, his Dark Side West colors. Always beautiful paint jobs from that man. And I'm sure it'll be posted up here or on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. We'll probably post all over those medias there.
You're just going to reduce that, right?
You want it just reduced?
Okay. There we go.
All right, making some adjustments to the lap timing.
You won't be able to see everyone.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the first 14.
Are you familiar with starting this, Mark? Showing up?
Yeah, space bar and then start here.
Yeah, I got to start there.
Okay, so look at where the mounts are. You're going to give him a warm-up.
Okay.
And once he's done, this little box right here on the corner.
Yes.
Space bar and then
start. Okay. Here.
But you need it gone so then you can hit warm-up.
Okay.
Okay, so look at where the mounts are.
Run into any issues, I'll give you a call, Braiden. Braiden handling the technical issues here.
Yes. You ready, Mark?
I'm ready. Are you ready, Mark?
I'm ready. I'm ready for this. Okay, Mr. Mike Stahl is the first one up. Mark Perkins will be second. We just want to keep this moving along, guys, so try to come up before your turn and grab your car so you're next in line. But we're off and running.
All right, we're calling for Mike Stahl to come up. Here he comes. You get your warm up. You get 30 seconds, right?
Only 15.
Oh, 15 for Mike. Okay, fair enough. Hit start, right?
Warm up.
Okay, warm up is.
So to the right there.
Oh, warm up round.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, we're doing a 1 minute warm up. All right, Mike Stahl was in there with the concourse with his car. It's a French, sort of a French Italian, or looks Italian. It could be French.
seconds.
30 seconds. All right, very smooth. 10 seconds left. He'll bring the car back in, clean the tires a little bit, and then he'll start going for it. All right, very good. So Mark, for this next one, when he qualifies, Mark, we'll hit start. Mark, when he's ready to qualify, we hit start. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Let me know when you're ready, Mike. Okay, ready, Mike? Yep. Here we go.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
And we begin. I start my qualifying with a good warm-up lap, getting used to the track, getting used to my points where I punch it and brake.
6, 1,
Right, 6, 1, 2, 7.
6, 0, 9.
6, 0, 9.
6, 0, 3.
6, 0, 3. Getting better. A little more than 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
9, 5, 7. 8, 5, 1.
6, 0, 3, 1. His best time yet.
6, 3, 1.
I'll take that 6, 0.
6, 1, 5.
3, 2, 1.
6, 1, 7.
And done.
This time. 6,
All right.
3, 1.
6, 0, 3, 1. Oops. There we go. All right, next up we got Mark Perkins next. Or Mark Perkins is not going, but Ian Douglas is going. Okay, okay. All right, Mark is adjusting his car. I saw Ian Douglas stepping up. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not Mark Perkins. But again, Ian Douglas with another beautiful concourse car this year. He does some really great paint jobs. And don't forget to check out his channel. He's got a YouTube channel with Todd Ulrey, Spinning Pinion. Make sure you check them out on YouTube. They get into some technical issues, and even so, they still have fun talking about it. It's great to watch those two. Great content for you slot car junkies out there. All right, Mark Perkins is still over there fiddling with his car. I shouldn't say fiddling, it's adjusting. He's adjusting some things. All right, so after Mark Perkins, we have Ian Douglas, and then our own Carlos Velloso.
Up now we got Marc Perkins, followed by Ian.
All right, Mark Perkins, Mr. Barbados, Barefoot Racing. Great guy. These are all great guys. Unless they give me a reason to not think they're great. Let me know when you're ready, Mark. Here we go.
2, 1, go.
All right, Mark stepping up here. Nice warm-up lap. Get used to the track. Don't fall off, and start getting quicker and quicker each lap as you go.
6, 7, 3.
6, 7, 3.
6, 2, 8.
6, 2, 8.
6, 2, 7.
6, 2, 7. All right, coming in for a tire clean. Still has time to really make a good lap. And off we go again.
17.61.
17.6.
6.43.
6.4. Come on, it's got to get better than the 6.2.
6.22.
6.22. There we go. That was better.
7.02.
Ah, all right. He's going to take the 6.2. There we go. Just got it there. 6.220.
Carlos, and then Glenn.
All right, Ian Douglas next. All right, Ian starting at the far end of the track there. Over near the outside the donut there, as we call it, the inside donut. All right, expect to see some 5s out of this. I think I saw some 5.6s and some 5.7s, but I even see a 5.5 here. Let me know when you're ready. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Mr. Ian Douglas. Great driver, champion Ian Douglas.
6.22.
6.2 off the get-go. I've seen that car do better.
5.90.
5.9.
5.8.
5.8, getting lower each time. Coming in for a track clean. Or a tire clean, not a track clean. There we go, off we go again.
14.28.
Mike Stahl so far still has the pole position with a 6.031. But Mr. Ian Douglas, after he's done, will have the new pole position. 5.814 to beat.
5.83.
10 seconds, he can do it.
5.7.
There's a 5.77. Seen some 5.6s. Come on, Ian.
5.81.
And time, that's it. So Ian sitting on the pole now with the 5.779. Very nice. All right. Next up, we got our own Carlos Caco Velloso.
You guys notice on the wall here, Rachel's updating everybody's times and sorting them, so they'll always be displayed up there for you. Throughout every phase of the race, he heats, everything.
All right, let's go, Caco. So I was tasked with the job of painting the cars in the Bumblebee scheme. So every car is different in the striping. Carlos, are you ready? All right, go get him.
3, 2, 1, go.
I heard Marco go boo. It's a Brazilian thing. It's got to be. All right, come on, Carlos. You got to keep it in the groove there. All right, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And you are watching us live here, not at Electric Dreams, but the guys from Electric Dreams at Motown Raceway in Modesto, California. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And stay tuned for all the great slot car content for all you slot car junkies. All right, Carlos gets a 6.5.
6, 6, 6.
Hello to John Bold watching and Blue Fox. Thanks for joining us. 6.558.
6, 5, 2.
All right, 6.52. Better.
7, 6, 0.
And he's going to take the 6.52.
This time. 6, 5, 2, 6.
All right. 6.52. All right, next
Now
up.
we have Glenn, followed by Jim Rose, and then Herman James.
Right, you heard the man. We got Glenn, Jim Rose, and then Herman James.
What are you, Braiden? Are you last?
Glenn's a first-time racer here, or at least racing on this track. He's been racing 24 scale, so now he's jumping over to 30-second scale. Just had a nice opportunity to talk with Glenn and meet and talk to a lot of these guys that I don't normally know. But it's great to be in someone else's house for a change. Deep breath, Glenn. Let me know when you're ready. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, there's a lot of Jaguars in this Castrol Jaguars. There's probably about 4 of them. Yeah, there are 4. There may be 5 of them.
6, 5, 8,
Ooh, 6.5 right off the bat.
6, 9, 5,
6.581 is best time.
6, 6, 4, 6, 9, 6,
And still 6.58 is best time. Came out, but he's back in.
8, 6, 8,
All right, just popped out again, but he's back in. Still has time to make another 2 laps.
10,
There's one.
1, 2,
Come around for another. But not enough time to do another.
8,
So
5, 4,
he's going to finish that out with a 6.58.
best time.
All right.
6, 5,
6.58
8,
for Glenn. All right, that's good. All right, not bad for a first-time racer. All right, Jim Rose is up next. Expect to see some good quality times from Jim Rose here. And he's also got a channel here on YouTube, NorCal Slot Car Scene. Don't forget to check him out and give him a subscribe and a like. Ready, Jim? Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Always like to see Jim's custom paint jobs on his cars too.
6, 1, 4,
6.1 off the get-go. Very nice.
5, 9, 5,
5.9, getting faster. Going in for a tire clean. Keep them tires sticky. Off we go again. 6.95, his best time so far.
6,
See if he can bring that down.
6, 3, 2, 6, 3, 5,
5.9 still. 5.95 still his best time. He's got time for 2 more laps if he keeps it under 6.
9, 3, 4,
I think he's going to take that. He's just cruising. All right, he's going to finish there. He's going to finish with a 5.95. Definitely not a bad
best
time.
time. 5, 9, 5, 9,
All right, we got Herman James, the Herminator, up next.
Friday, you're up next. Just grab your car and you'll be right after Herman. After Friday comes Marco.
Let me know when you're ready, Herman.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's okay, don't worry about it. All right, Herman's up there.
6, 0,
6-0 for his first lap in qualifying. Oh, off he goes. Back in.
7, 9, 2,
This is a little bit shorter track than our track at Electric Dreams, so we got the turn marshals that can stay seated, especially over in that one corner called the inside, and there's an outside donut there. You got 3 turn marshals over on that side. It's well covered. At least you don't have to run to the
18,
spot, you know, that we always have to run to at Electric Dreams. Great track, very technical.
6, 1, 0,
6-1, so you can best that 6-0 and 5-9 here.
6, 0, 4,
6:04, 8, so a little bit lower.
6, 1, 8,
Okay, he's going to finish with a 6:048
8,
for Herman James. All right, Steven's up next. Steven Friday. Another new guy in the hobby here at Motown.
After Friday is Marco, followed by Peter.
And I've got a few racers ahead of me, so I'll be up here just until I don't have to be up here. But he's running a Castrol Jaguar.
Either way, you're only 6'5", right?
He just started doing some 30-second scale racing. He's got a nice little setup at home.
You ready, Freddie?
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's nice connecting to a lot of the racers here that I don't normally get to connect with and hear their stories and how they got started and where they're at and what cars they have and if they're painting custom. So
7, 2, 6.
it's great. It's great to talk to my fellow slot car brethren here and sister in, but we don't have any girls racing today.
0, 8.
Right, 708. Keeping it in the groove.
7,
That's
1, 7.
that's the key. Keep it in the groove and keep it fast. Oh, just as I said that, out he went. Back
8,
in the
3,
groove.
2.
7:08.9 is best time so far.
7, 4, 0.
Okay, a couple good laps
Big lap,
left.
Freddie, big lap.
7, 3, 2. 7, 1, 1.
Looks like he's going to finish with a 7:08.9.
Best time 7, 0, 8, 9.
All right, and we got our own Marco up next. Ringer.
All
Ringer.
right, up now is Marco from Electric Dreams, followed by Peter.
Marco, let me know when you're ready. Ready, Marco? Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Marco set up our cars for the race, and I had the easy job of painting them.
6, 0, 5.
But I got a good car, pretty confident with it. Of course, different track, so it's a whole new learning curve for me.
7,
All right, a 6:05 best for Marco.
6, 4, 5.
Seen some good times from Marco. 6-0, little tire clean. And I think right after this, I got to go get my car prepped and ready to go. So I'm just going to step away for a minute. All right, Frankie, good to see you on the chat. How's it going, man? I miss you. I was hoping that you'd be here, Frankie Valleys, but you're here in spirit, my brother.
8, 4, 5.
And John Bold is still here with us. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. All right, Marco's going to finish
0, 5,
at a 6:05.
All right, up is Peter.
I'm going to have Jim Rose come and take over. Here we go.
Thank you, Mark. This is Jim Rose with NorCal Slot Car Scene, coming to you via Electric Dreams YouTube channel. So thanks everybody that's out there watching. We will be broadcasting tomorrow, and I hope you'll check out some of the other sites that are out on YouTube, the Modesto Motown site, Motown Slot Car Raceway, and my channel, NorCal Slot Car Scene, as well as Electric Dreams, which you're on now. And Peter Frankel is up now for his qualifying run. He is running a Jaguar like everybody else. This is a MR Slot Car Jaguar spec race. Spec tires, spec gears, spec wheels, spec motor. So these cars are as close to being spec as they can, more or less, the drivetrain and everything else. Peter's around the donut. The lap counter is right there in the middle of that middle straight, just before the kink that you go through. That's where the lap counter is. So he comes through with a 6.95. 6.73 is his best time so far, with about 15 seconds to go.
7, 2.
Marc Natividad will be doing the bulk of the announcing on the weekend, but he's going to be qualifying, and I think next. So Peter is done with a 6.72.
6, 7, 2, 2.
That puts him 9th overall. So Marcus is next up. The Brazilian contingent is in the house. Marco and Marcus. We'll see what Marcus can do. Marco is currently in 5th with a 6:05. See if Marcus can knock him off.
Three, two, one, go.
This is the California Challenge. First race of a 2-race kind of a series. There's going to be a second race at Electric Dreams in about a month with the same cars.
6-4-2.
6:42 first lap out for Marcus.
6-2-1.
Car looks pretty good. Track, when I ran, I don't know, the track seemed really bad for some reason. Very loose. We'll see what's going on with some of these other cars. Looks like it was for some other people too. You know, Herman was running in the 5.6s in practice, as was I, and just didn't have it in qualifying. So Marcus with a 6.21 comes by with a 6.19 with 15 seconds to go.
6-4-2. 6-3-2.
We've got a guest in the house as well. I see Dwight Adamson from Fast Track Hobbies is over there in the donut.
6-1-9-7.
6.197 for Marcus. Marc Natividad is up, the voice of Electric Dreams. All the Electric Dreams cars are similar liveries. They're slightly different paint schemes, but they're all yellow and black.
Look, Mark.
Todd Ole, you said it's very slow. We were expecting you to be here to uphold the slowness of the rest of us.
I'm ready.
Mark says he's ready. I'm going to hit the button. Oh, he's going to adjust the car. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Mark has way too much fun racing toy cars, so we've got to cut that out. It's not allowed. This is serious business.
6-6-0.
This is 3 rounds of qualifying. So the top, I can't remember, is it, how many are in the top coming out of this, the M12? So the top 12 will go to round 2, and I think it's the top 6 go to round 3. So this is 3 rounds of knockout qualifying. So right now we've only had 12 cars run, so we'll see somebody's going to get knocked out right now. And it looks like it'll be Steven.
6-5-6.
15 seconds for Mark. And he slides across the lap counter.
14 point.
Marc Natividad slots in 8th, 6.403.
6-4-0-3.
I'd like to thank Marc Pollard for painting the track Electric Dreams colors just for us.
Oh, yeah. Marco just mentioned that we repainted this track in Electric Dreams colors just for this race. It's a brand new paint job. And it's going to be blue next week unless Marco's check clears for the paint. Next up is Paul Hendricks, and he's got his controller ready to go. And he is all set.
3.
So, Mark, how was it out there?
Fun.
Well, I told everybody that you were having too much fun. That's not allowed. This is serious racing.
I'm not into serious racing. I'm into fun racing, but seriously fun racing.
Okay, I'm going to turn it back over to Mark.
Thank you, Jim.
And we'll see you later. I'll be filling in for Mark occasionally, and hope to see you all out here tomorrow. We'll be back live for the actual racing.
Thank you, Jim.
6-6-8.
All right, I'm back. Shake it off, shake it off. Hey, not bad. I did a 6.4. I'll take it.
8.
That I'm okay with that. All right, let's see.
6-6-0.
We got Mr. Paul Hendricks qualifying.
6-7-0.
All right, he got a 6.48. All right, and he's going to be good with that. All right, good job. All right, next up.
Get the top 12 moved to Q2. Top 12.
All right.
Best time 6,485.
All right, 6,485. He's going to take that for his qualifying run. We've got Larry Stevens up next.
Big Lar.
That's Lair.
It's Lar.
Stop it.
There's no E.
Big Lair. Yeah. All right, Todd's on. What's up, Todd? We miss you out here, brother. Are you ready? Driver ready. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, HSF is on. What's up, man? How's it going? Dennis Murray, how's it going? Hello from Tasmania to you as well. Talk about down under.
6, 5,
All right,
9.
6599 from Larry on his first quali lap. All right, Jeremy is here too. Welcome.
3, 1.
DR Race Cars is on too. All right, John Bolt.
6, 1, 3.
Welcome everybody to the qualifying round at the California Challenge here at Motown Raceway in Modesto, California. This is Marc Natividad calling the shots here live trackside, but we're not at Electric Dreams, so just so you know. All right, 6-0. Good job, Larry. Turning and burning.
6, 0, 3.
Yeah, I've only had a couple of days to get used to this track, so driving cautiously as I will also in the race. All right, 6:02, 6:029.
5.
Oh, got a 5.9. Yeah, there we go. He says finish on a good note. There goes Larry. Good job.
5, 9, 4, 9.
All right, Harold's up next. Harold Rowe. A new racer here at Motown. Super nice guy. Retired for 13 years. He used to play softball, but now he's retired and racing slot cars. What a life. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, the Auto Enthusiast Network is on as well. Welcome to the chat. And thank you for tuning in to us here live
0, 5.
from Motown Raceway in Modesto, California. This is your host with the most, calling the shots live trackside,
6, 7,
Marc
1.
Natividad from Electric Dreams at Motown. There we go. It's a lot to say.
6, 9, 0.
All right, 6.7 is best time.
8, 2, 4.
All right, 23 seconds. It's 3 laps if you're under 6 seconds.
6, 8, 8.
It's going to get better than the 6.7. Looks like it's a good one. Come on, come on. Punch it.
6, 9, 3.
All right, 10 seconds left. Great view from up here in the booth. Have a view from up here at the whole track. It's kind of nice. Oh, out he goes. And 1 second. All right, Harold is going to finish
6, 7, 1,
with the 6.711. All right, Richard's up next. Our local Richard here from Motown. Great to meet Richard and his wife Rhonda. And if you're in the neighborhood, make sure you come by Motown Raceway and say hi to them. Tell them Mark sent you from Electric Dreams. They'll know exactly who that is. Well, they will after this weekend for sure. All right, for those of you watching, don't forget to like and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you stay in tune for our content on the Electric Dreams channel. And off we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's got the purple Jag. It's a cool livery. So we are running spec tires, spec wheels, and spec motor.
6, 2, 2.
I don't know about the guide. I think you can. No, you have to have MR slot car guide as well, I believe.
7, 5, 9.
Or slot it will work too. All right, 6.2. He knows this track.
9, 7. 6, 2, 6.
6.227. Very consistent.
6, 3, 3.
There is something about having a
7.
home track advantage.
6, 3, 0.
Yeah, there's a little kink on this straightaway here,
6, 3, 2.
and I'm still not used to giving it a full punch there, but A lot of guys do. All right, so he finishes with a 6.227. All right, we got Dave up next. Another new racer that I've had an opportunity to chat with. Local, painting his own cars, did a beautiful Scale Auto, Rick Mears car, Pennzoil, beautiful car, custom painted Scale Auto, very nice, with decals from Indy Cals. All right, gray area slot stuff is on with us. Jeremy's still here. HSF is still here. Frankie Valleys. Yeah, Frankie, I do like this track. It reminds me of HO Racing. Are you ready? I'm ready. Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of HO Racing because the cars are very fast and you have to react a lot faster on the where you punch it and where you let off. So it took me about a day to adjust to like the timing and the where to punch and where to let up. But yeah, I think for being here on the track for the first time, I feel pretty comfortable. Great track, but I missed you here, man. I was really hoping I'd see you, Frankie.
9, 7.
My brother in Christ. I love your brother. All right, out he goes. He's got a 6.9 so far. Let's see if he can do better. Some of these guys are racing for the first time or one of their first races or
9, 5.
one of their first official races. All right, did better, 6.95.
9, 1, 0. 9, 3, 3.
All right, he's going to finish with a 6.95.
5, 8.
All right, we got Braiden up next. Motown's very own Braiden Pollard. All right, beautiful car.
Just stopping by to say hi to everyone.
Carlos.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I hope they're doing fine.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the track is amazing.
Braiden, you ready?
3, 2.
Frankie asked if you like the track. I like it very much.
I like it too. I told him it was very challenging.
It's so challenging, so fun. Has it flow, and qualifying is super nerve-wracking, especially
Yeah.
in a track that is not the one that you're used to.
I agree. I
got
agree.
super nervous. Then. Oh my god!
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
literally sweating.
I was trying to let those yips out. It was, but
I know.
I was playing it conservative. I'm not used to punching on that straight where that kink is. These guys are flying right through it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a game of chicken there.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, thank you, Carlos. All right, Carlos responsible for setting up the cameras and getting everything into place. All right, let's see where Braiden's at. 5.716.
16.30.
That puts him on the pole. Yep.
5, 8, 8.
Yep, home track advantage.
5, 7, 5.
All right, he's going to take the 5.716.
7, 1, 6.
All right. Let's see, was that the end of qualifying? I think, are we finished? I think we are. This one?
You can hit print over to the right. Second one down.
Print result?
Yep. And then say OK.
All right, we're going to print out the results here.
So the top 12 are moving to Q2.
Top 12 moves
These
to
will be 2-minute
Q2.
sessions now. And the top 6 move to Q3, which will be 3-minute sessions. Braiden?
All right, so we got to run again for 2 minutes here. All right.
Don't forget 2-minute sessions.
You want me to jump in here?
Yep, come on in.
Okay, so now we're just going to keep the top 12 and get rid of the bottom 6 and go into Q2. And the people who made it into Q2 are Braiden Pollard, Ian Douglas, Larry Stevens, Jim Rose, Mike Stahl, Herman James, Marco Carvalho, Marcus Ferrandini, Marc Perkins, Richard Freedman, Marc Natividad, and Paul Hendricks. And Q2, instead of being 1 minute, will now be a 2 minute. So drivers will have 2 minutes to put in their best time. All right.
Okay, the top 12. We'll start that. It'll be Paul up first, followed by Mark as an Electric Dreams Mark. Don't forget, following qualifying today, we have the IROC series featuring the NSR Formula 22s. Really looking forward to that. Mark's up second, so maybe you could...
I think we should do the Brazil shootout, the top three for Brazil shootout.
Ian wants to sit up there.
Okay, we're back to qualifying. And this is round 2. This is knockout qualifying, so it's very similar to F1. Top 12 from the first round move into this round. And first round was by random order, a random draw who was first and who was last. This will be run in reverse order of qualifying. So we go from slow to fast. So Paul is qualifier number 12, and he will be first on the track. So after qualifying, we were going to have an IROC race featuring the NSR Formula 22s. So everybody that's here that wants to race, that's entered in this race, can run in it. And it will be a full IROC. Yeah, the track is sat for 15 minutes or so. So we always let the first qualifier do a 1 minute warm up just to make sure everything's as fair as possible. Track looks really bad, just like it did in the first round. So we'll see how Paul does. He's going for the tape, so
30 seconds.
looks like the track's still loose for some reason. We've turned the AC on and some fans on, so that could be it. A little bit cooler than normal because the AC was fixed. So not sure why, but obviously everybody ran slower than they did in practice. Quite a bit slower, actually.
10 seconds.
And so Paul Hendricks is going to be the first one to go. I'm taking over for Marc Natividad because he's going to be qualifying in just a second. And then he'll be back with you for the remainder of the qualifying session.
Six, eight,
6.85 out of the gate. Round the donut, across the start-finish line with a 6.45.
6.50.
This is round two, so the second round is a 2-minute per driver session. We have a little bit more time to can't really work on the car, but tape the car 2 or 3 times if you want to. Still with a 6.45 with a minute left, so he's halfway done with his qualifying session for round 2.
6, 7, 1. Six, 6, 9.
Top 3 after the first round were Braiden, Ian, and Larry Stevens.
6, 6, 9.
We'll see how it shakes out in round 2.
6, 6, 9.
He's going slower now. He hasn't set a personal best in 4 or 5 laps.
6, 6.
Comes around with a 6.6. 6.4 is still his personal best for this round with 30 seconds to go.
6, 7, 1. 6, 9, 1. 6, 7, 9.
And 10 seconds.
7, 2, 5. 6, 6, 1.
And that'll do it.
This time. 6, 4, 5, 8.
So up next is your host, Marc Natividad, and he is second, so which means he's the 11th qualifier out of 12. Mark's complaining that he's getting 2 minutes. Maybe it's a stamina thing for a 2-minute qualifier.
Q3 should be like 30 seconds. 30 seconds, I agree. 2 laps. Or you just get just right
Has his best lap 32 seconds in.
you could do a 3-lap run.
And Mark gives the thumbs up, and he's in one of those Electric Dreams yellow and black liveried cars. Doesn't look too bad on the first lap. A little loose. He comes by with a 6.70.
6, 6, 2.
His first round was a 6.4, so he needs to pick it up to match his first round time.
6, 5, 7.
Assuming maybe the track's getting a little bit faster. We'll see. 6.5 follows that up with a 6.46.
6, 6, 9. 6, 5, 0. 6, 4, 3.
6.43. 6.40 was his first round time, so he's kind of matching
6,
that
4, 7.
with a minute to go, so he's halfway through. Around the donut, past Braiden in the hole,
6, 3,
and
6.
with a 6.36, so that's faster than his first round.
6, 4, 6.
Just clicking off laps.
6, 3, 8.
And 30 seconds to go.
8, 3, 8.
Yeah, looks like a good lap.
6, 4, 6.
Looks like a better lap. I knew it. 6.34, faster lap for Mark. And he follows it up with a crash in the carousel.
7, 8, 8.
About 2 more laps. See if he can pull off a lap faster than 6.34.
6, 5, 4.
This will be his last lap. And he's around the carousel. And punch it
6,
through. No, he
5,
doesn't. So
4.
6.341, Marc Natividad.
6, 3, 4, 1.
Mark is from the Electric Dream team that came up with Marco and Carlos. And now Richard Freedman, a local racer. Richard runs in our amateur class, but he's knocking on the door of becoming an expert. He's been doing a lot of winning in the amateur class. So we'll see how he goes. He's usually very steady and very consistent. His first round time was 6.227. So let's see what he can do. Mark Perkins is getting ready. He's up next. Looks like he's cleaning every nook and cranny on those rear tires. And Richard's ready. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Power.
First lap coming by under the timing tower is a 6.33. So right out of the gate, he's almost as fast as he was in the first round.
6, 2, 0.
That's faster than the first round for him.
6, 2, 3.
Car is really kicking out in the kink going past the lap counter.
6, 1,
They
8.
don't normally do that. So 6.1 provisional pole.
6, 1, 4.
6.14. And this one will be slower.
6, 5, 0.
So we've got 1 minute to go probably when he gets the car back on the track. So he'll have about 8 more laps. See what he can do with fresh, clean tires.
20.92.
Very tentative going off the straightaway, so we'll see.
6, 2, 7.
Just floating it into the first corner.
6, 2, 1.
This could be a good one.
6, 2,
No.
4.
And around the carousel, he's got
6,
30
3,
seconds to
1.
go. 6.14 is his fast lap, which is faster than he did in the first round.
6, 1, 7.
So he's got about 3 laps to go. 20 seconds.
6, 1, 3.
6.13, so 100th faster. You never know when that 100th is going to make a difference.
6, 2, 6.
This one might be good.
6,
Yep,
1,
6.11. And that will do it.
6, 2, 4.
6.112 for Richard Freeman.
6, 1, 1, 2.
So, Mark, what was the track like?
It's great. Felt a little more comfortable that time. Got a better time than I had.
Looks like everybody's going just a little bit faster, so hopefully the track's getting better for those of us coming later, maybe?
I think so. It's warming up, so we'll see.
Sounds good. I'm going to turn it back over to Mark, and I'm going to go get ready to qualify in a while.
We'll get him, Jim. Thank you. All right, Mr. Jim Rose, thank you very much. I am back. I didn't know that I'd be up quite that soon, but glad I got that out of the way. I did get a better qualification time, so there we go. I'll take it. So what did I do on my last round? 6.403. And I think I squeaked out a 6.3 on that one. So there you go. It takes a minute for me to get comfortable. Still learning the track. And we got Mark Perkins up next. Here we go.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Mark Perkins' best time was 6.220. Let's see if he can best that time.
6, 5, 9. 6, 4, 4.
6.4
All right, Garth is on. Frankie Valles is still here, I think. Todd Ullery is joining us. Glad you could join us, Todd. Little tire clean. Off we go again.
644.
All right, 6-4. That's his best time so far. So this round you've got 2 minutes.
639.
So 6-3.
789. 625.
6-2-5. You got a 6-2-2.
34.
It's got to be a better than 6-2-2.
632. 638.
Oh, just came out. Popped him back in.
795. 638. 638.
So David's on with us. What's up, David McLaughlin, one of our local racers at Electric Dream? So for the controllers, we'll talk about that in a second. But best time for Mark Perkins is 6:2:59. So he did a 6:22 on his last qualifying run. Didn't get better than that, but very close. Next up, we have Marcus, another fellow Brazilian. Nice to meet Marcus.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
And off we go.
Six, 4, 3.
So most of the controllers here, David, are looks like true speed controllers. I did see a DS, and I think that was Jim Rose with the DS, and the other controllers are DeFalco. So, but predominantly it is true speed here. I am a DeFalco guy, true and true, no pun intended. Little tire clean for Marcus and back on. All right, Marcus did a 6:197 in his qualifying first round. See if he can do better than that.
6, 4, 4. 6, 4, 8.
6:435, his best time.
6,
All right,
4,
Jay
5.
Comedina is on. What's up, Jay? Mr. Concourse winner. Jay Comedina, the winner of our 2024 Slot.it Nationals event there with a beautiful paint job, winning the concourse. Jay, what's up? Glad to have you here.
6, 3.
And David McLaughlin, just to answer your question, it is the Apex controller.
6, 3, 9. 6, 4, 4.
So Jay is at home working on his Nationals livery for this year, looking to one-up his paint job from last year. All right, 6:332, and he's done. Yep, ran a little bit slower than that. He did a 6:197 on his first round. All right, next up, our very own Marco Carvalho. Carvalho, I should say it correctly with my Brazilian accent. Marco qualified with a 6:059. Pretty good. Marco's a great driver, very focused.
6, 2, 3.
Goes back on, little tire clean.
16.38.
6.234 his best time so far.
7.94. 8.43.
Okay, coming out on the same spot again. It's getting a little twitchy there. Got to get back in the groove, Marco. Here we go.
9.97.
So 6.234 his best time right now.
6.27.
He's got a 6.27.
6.17.
There's a 6.1. 7.8.
6.11.
6.116. That was better.
6.18.
Let's do 6.18. Consistent 6.1s.
6.14.
6.14. Still got 20 seconds. One more tire clean. Let's see if he can best his 6.116, which is not better than his 6.059 on the first round.
6.7.
That's going to do it for Marco. All right. All right, he finishes with a 6.116.
6.116.
All right, Herman James up next. All right, thank you for joining us here at the live qualifying from Motown Raceway in Modesto, California. Marc Natividad here calling the shots live trackside. And Herman James is coming up next. Ready, Herman? Okay, here we go.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
Off we go. Smooth driver, another nice paint job.
Six, 0, 8. 6, 1, 7.
All right, 6.080.
6, 1, 8. 6, 3, 8.
And coming in for a tire clean. A little adjustment on the set screws. Can't tell if he's loosening them or tightening them. He's got his back turned to me, but he's cleaning the tires now. All right, here we go.
Six, 1, 2.
He's just punching it through that kink.
6,
Still
1,
not
1.
used to doing that here. But that's how you get around quicker. Got to punch it through the kink
6,
there.
1, 8.
Quite an interesting track. A lot of elevation changes. Sort of a 3 corkscrews or 3 donuts. Right, less than 30 seconds. Another coming in for another pit stop. So 6.080 still his best time. Herman James, let's see if he can best his previous time of 6.048. I think he's going to have to keep that time.
6, 1, 7.
All right. He does finish with a 6.080. All right, next up, Mike Stahl. Mike Stahl with his Apex controller. Stahl went off somewhere. Oh, he's cleaning his car.
It would have been in the wall, but.
Yeah, Carlos was commenting that kink is no joke. Okay, here we go. Mike Stahl's up.
2, 1, go. Six, 4, 7.
6-4-7-1 on his first lap. Remember, we got 2 minutes here. Got 2 minutes to settle in.
9, 6, 8. 6, 4, 8.
6-4-8.
6, 3, 4.
Extra 6-3-4. See, Mike Stahl did a 6-0-3-1 on his first
6,
qualifying
4,
round.
9.
Coming in for an adjustment. A clean, tire clean. All right, off we go again.
6, 9.
Here we go. See if you can get better than the 6-3-4-1.
6, 4, 8.
Came out on that back donut.
7, 9, 9.
Yeah, Todd Olery also making a comment about the trickiness of the track.
6, 3, 1.
So you either be conservative or you try to go full out.
6.
But the track will tell you when you're not supposed to do something, that's for sure.
6, 6, 4.
Unlike any other track I've ever driven on, which is only a few tracks so far.
6, 4, 7.
All right, 6-3-1-9, still his best time.
6, 4, 0. 6, 3, 6.
6-3-6 on that last lap. All right, that's going to do it. 6-3-1-9.
Best time. 6, 3, 1, 9.
All right, and we've got Jim Rose up next. Hello to the Instagrams and all the other social media platforms. Facebook. Definitely not Tinder, though. All right, Jim Rose up next. Ready, Jim? All right, let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go.
NorCal slot car scene is on the track. All right, let's see Jim's last qualifying time. He qualified fourth with a 5.959.
6, 2, 9.
Another great guy, local racer here. He knows this track very
6,
well.
0, 7.
6.079.
8, 8, 9. 6, 2, 2.
All right, I don't know if the track is heating up or if it's cooling down,
6, 1, 2.
but Jim just commented that the tires are spinning. So he's going to go for a clean. All right, off we go again after a little tire clean. All right, off we go. Let's see what he's got here. 6.079, still his best time.
6, 2, 2.
Come on, Jim. Turn it and burn it.
6, 1, 7.
6.17.
6, 0.
That's a good one.
5.
6.054. Coming in again for a tire clean. Back on the track there, less than 25 seconds. Yep,
7, 3.
20 seconds.
6, 2, 0.
So just for you
7, 8, 8.
watching out there, the track conditions do change throughout the daytime. Temperature, grip,
6, 6.
it's a real thing. All right, so he's going to finish with a 6.054.
Best time. 6, 0, 5.
He doesn't best his last time of 5.959. All right, we got Larry Stevens up next. And Larry Stevens got a third best qualifying time of 5.949. Hey, Slot Car Dude, what's up, Nico? Welcome to the chat. John Bold is still here as well. And John Bolt is back in the UK. Ready, Larry? Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, go. Six, 2, 5.
All right, 6.250 on his first one here.
8, 1, 2.
Okay, he did a 5.949, which is a whole tenth better than Jim Rose. Let's see what he's got. See if he can best that time.
6, 0, 8. 8, 0, 0.
All right, what's up, Jay? Jay is joining us. We got Nico here on, Slot Car Dude. My fellow slot car brethren, Mr. Nico. Check out his YouTube channel. It's got some great content. Great stuff always coming from Nico, different people's tracks. And yeah, he's a great provider for content here. Thank you, Nico. We appreciate you. I appreciate you as always.
6, 2, 4.
Always like to give everybody a shout out. So give him some love. Go over here to his channel, Slot Car Dude, and just jump over there right now. Hit subscribe and like, and then come back over to us. It helps the algorithms, and it helps support the channel and helps support us getting information out in our hobby. Because it's better to have more information than less information in this hobby. Right, Larry Stevens back on. So the best time was a 6.027. So I think the track conditions have changed, and I don't think anybody's hit a 5.9 yet.
6, 2, 8. 6, 2, 4.
6.24 that last lap.
6, 1, 5.
All right, he's going to finish with a 6.027. All right, we've got Ian Douglas up next. Let's see if he can unseat Mr. Braiden here with his pole position of 5.716. Well, now you got 2 minutes, so definitely sink into the groove here.
3, 2, 1, power.
Off we go. All right.
6, 5, 9.
Driving nice and cool through his first lap, 6.5. They will get better, I promise you. 6.0. Feeling the car out, feeling the track out. 6.0. Let's see if he can break the sub-6s here.
5, 8, 7.
Ooh, there's a 5.8 right there.
5, 8, 1.
5.81.
8, 1, 3.
All right, Ian comes in for a little adjustment on the controller. And off we go again. Another controller adjustment.
8, 4, 7.
Okay, so 5.816, the best time so far in this qualifying round.
0, 6.
Still is not going to best his qualifying time on his first round of 5.779,
6.
but it ain't over yet. 30 seconds.
5, 7, 9.
All right, there's a 5.79. Okay, now we're getting into the 5.7s here.
5, 7, 7.
5.772, so that is better.
5-8-1.
Just because he did a 5.779, but he just got a 5.772.
7-9-8.
I think that's going to do it.
5-7-3.
5.738, just squeaks it out.
7-3-8.
Very nice. Does the best on his last lap with a 5.738. Better than 5.779. All right, last but not least, Mr. Braiden Pollard. All right, the ringer here. Ready, Braiden? Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, great driver, Braiden. We'll see him at the Nationals at Electric Dreams. 5.9 off his first lap. He knows this track.
5-7-6.
5.762.
5-7-6.
Another 5.76. This is a good one.
5-7-2.
5.72. 5.719 to beat.
5-7-4.
5.72. Puts him in pole position.
6.
I see it over there.
Tire clean. All right, here we go.
Five, 8-4.
5.8.
5-7-9.
5.79. Still staying in the 5.7s. There we go. This is a fast one.
5-7.
5.714. That's a
7-9.
2 1,000ths of a second faster.
5-7-9.
So 5.714. Braiden stays on the pole.
5-8-1.
Like, this is my track.
5-8-0.
Clearly driving it like it was his.
5-7-9.
All right, 10 seconds. I think he's going to call it a day right there. So Braiden Pollard keeps that pole position. Good job, Braiden. All right, that was the end of that round.
5-7-1.
We get results again. Right there.
All right, bring the results. So we got Braiden Pollard in pole position, 5.714. Ian Douglas second, 5.738. Larry Stevens third, 6.027.
So the top 6 move along. Richard is number 6. Richard, Herman, Jim, Larry, Ian, and Braiden move along to the Q3, which will be 3-minute qualifying.
All right, we're moving to Q3 for qualifying.
You want me to jump in?
All right, here comes Braiden. Come on in, Braiden. Hey, good run, Braiden.
Thank you.
Yeah, clearly this is your track. I mean, it's like, so you were, I think that's 2 1,000ths of a second better,
Yes.
which is still better. Good job, Braiden. All right. Yeah, there we go. We'll take it. All right, guys, back to Braiden.
All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go from the top 12 to only the top 6. And that will eliminate Marco, Marc Perkins, Mike Stahl, Marc Natividad, and Paul Hendricks. Okay. All right, and now we're going to go into Q3. I'll hand you back over to to Mark for this qualifying session.
This is 3 minutes.
All right, thank you, Braiden. Like I said, clearly this is his track. Yeah, I got to find out the voltage as well. Let me find out for you. Hey, Richard, what's the voltage on the track? Should be 13. Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, the voltage is 13, so a little bit half a volt more than we run at Electric Dreams. We're usually at 12.5. All right, this is qualifying 3 for the top 6. We got Richard Freeman, Herman James, Jim Rose, Larry Stevens, Ian Douglas, and Braiden Pollard. It's a 3-minute qualification round. And thank you for joining us here live from Motown Raceway in Modesto, California. This is Marc Natividad, normally with Electric Dreams, or I am normally at Electric Dreams with Electric Dreams, but we're up here for the California Challenge. And we're running the Jaguars, the MR Jaguars. Spec wheels, spec tires, spec motors, and certain gears, and everything else. I did not set up my car this year. I was only tasked to paint the cars in our half and half color scheme. The cars are exactly half and half diagonally, half, let's see, straight down the middle, then half and half, top to bottom, and then diagonal. So that's definitely, that's our Electric Dream cars. If I had more time, I would have done a better paint job, but given the time that I had to do what I needed to do, and we had a week, I actually started last Monday. I couldn't use enamel paint because that takes too long to dry. I don't have a dehydrator, which I think I need to get. So, yeah, there you go. Good thing for acrylic paint. It's a lifesaver. It's a time saver. All right, thanks for joining us here. Let's see. You know, I haven't told any dad jokes here, so I think I need to tell one. Let me search my archives first and throw out a dad joke here, just so we have some fun with this. Right, and I promise you they'll be clean. PGG, rated G. That's it, rated G. All right, calling out for turn marshals. And we got Richard Freeman up first, 3 minutes.
I have an armed guard hired to stand, watch the cars overnight, don't worry.
All right. Richard Freeman, another local here at Motown. He drives the track very well. All right, a little adjustment on the mic. Richard, are you ready? Are we ready? Or we have turn marshals? What's going on here? Richard, here we go.
3, 2, 1, power.
All right. Richard, so his last Q round was a 6-1-1-2, and that made him top 6. Just squeaked out Marco
6, 2, 9.
by another 4/1000th of a second.
6, 3, 3.
So Marco did a 6-1-1-6. Richard did a 6-1-1-2.
6, 1, 4.
I'm gonna race here. I'm going to the hotel.
6, 1, 9.
Okay.
6, 2, 8.
All right, 6-1-4-2.
1 5 6 2 2
6-2.
6 1 6
All right, the dad joke is
6
coming, I
1
promise you.
5
All right, out he comes. Try to do those dad jokes in between heats here. All right, little stop and cleaning the tires. 6-1-4-2. His best time last Q round was 6-1-1-2.
Six three three
6-3-3-7.
6 2 5
6-2-5.
6 2 1
6-2-1. Let's see that 6-1 again.
6 2 5 6 2 7
6-2-7.
6 2 9 6 2 6 6 5 2 6 4 4
All right, 40 seconds. 6-1-4-2, still his best time.
6 3 2
Oh, out he comes. Back in. Quick hands from Braiden.
7 9 7 6 7 2
All right. 6-1-4-2. I think he's going to call it a day right there. All right, good job. All right, I'll let the time run out here.
Best time 6 1 4 2
All right, 6-1-4-2, his best time. All right, Herman James is up next. All right, Brad, Slot Car Circuit, welcome to the chat. He was commenting they ran 12.8 and 13.8 back in the 80s. All right, Herman James is ready. Here we go.
3 2 1 power
All right, John D is on as well. What's up, John?
6 2 8
628. Herman, a great driver. Always up there in the top of the mains when we race. A lot of racing experience in 30-second scale racing. Always does well when he comes to Electric Dreams. He's cleaning his wheels right now. All right, here we go.
Eight 6
All right, back in the pace here.
6 3 1
6-3-1.
6 1 8
6-1-8. That's good.
6 2 6
So his best quali on the last run was 6-0-8-0.
6 2
See if he can get to the 5.9s.
8 5 4 6
All right, Ian's taking care of the wheels. All right, Herman, come on, let's get back in the groove there.
630.
All right, getting back in the swing here.
623.
Well, based on Braiden's run, I can't say that track condition has changed very much.
870.
But 6182, the best time so far from Herman.
650.
See if he can best his 6080.
620. 616.
And John D is down in Melbourne, Australia. Good eye, mate. In Melbourne, having a bit of a breakfast. All right, Sunday morning there.
621.
Right, 6165 his best time so far.
629.
Right, maybe one more. Nope, he's going to call it a day right there. Okay, 6165 for Q3 for Herman James.
Next time, 6165.
All right, so I was getting some work done around my house, and the city wanted to redo the sidewalk, so they came out and poured some new concrete. And as I was watching them, they finished up, they were cleaning up, and I noticed these ducks hanging around. So darn it, I had these ducks walk right across the fresh concrete. And you know what happened? I'll tell you after this.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Power.
All right, Jim Rose is up. All right, Jim Rose with a 6054, qualified fourth.
609.
All right, 609 off the bat. See if his car's any better.
60.
All right, 6 is 0 flats. 6 2 zeros with a 6.
5, 9.
There's the 5 9s. Here we go. We're coming down. Better than he did in his cues.
602.
5 9 7 9. Impressive.
639.
Coming in for a tire clean. All right, Silent Tim, what's up? Glad to have you here, Timmy. Great to have you with us here. Silent Tim from Magnetic Racing, the team over at Magnetic Racing. What's up, Mag fans? Give them a shout. Go over to Magnetic Racing and watch their YouTube channel and their live streams and check out all their great products. Love me some Magnetic Racing stuff. New Targa Florio buildings coming out. So a lot of great stuff coming out. Some new figures I saw. So got a lot of great stuff coming out. So go over there, give them a shout. Support our hobby. Get yourself some Magnetic Racing products. Tim, we'll see you at the Nationals. Okay, you ready for the punchline on this joke? Yeah, the ducks walked across the concrete, and later on I found out it had quacks in the sidewalk. Ba-dum-bum. It's clean. It's totally clean. All right, Jim's back on. All right, 5.955, his best time so far. Better than he did in the last Q. He did a 6.054, so he's already in the 6.9s on this Q session. Remember, it's 3 minutes this time. We had to do 2. Why did they get 1 more minute?
599.
5.99. Still not his best time of a 5.955. Hey, thanks, John. I've been practicing my Aussie accent. Thanks, mate.
826.
All right, 826 on that last one. Come on, he's got 35 seconds here.
607.
Enough time to get a good fast one in there. 5.955. Let's see if he can beat that one.
601.
I don't think so. One more tire clean maybe and a couple more laps. I think he's going to call it a day.
$12.98. 623.
3, 2, 1. Bring it back around, and there we go. Jim Rose finishes out with a 5.955. All right, Larry Stevens up next. Larry Stevens' best quality time was 6:02.7. See if he can do a better time than that time.
Three, two, one, go.
And off we go. Larry Stevens, another great racer, comes down from, he lives an hour further north, I believe, or an hour away from here, he was telling me.
6, 2, 8.
But he does come down to Electric Dreams for the Nationals. Hopefully he'll be down there this year.
6, 0,
Huge
5.
event. It's probably one of the biggest and best events that Electric Dreams puts on for the
6,
year.
1, 2.
And it is the mecca of slot car racing. Everybody will be there. Actually, the guys from Magnetic Racing, Doug and Ian, will be down there commentating. I'll be doing my interviews and having a lot of fun with them for the whole weekend. It's pretty much more than a whole weekend. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And by Monday, I'm just zapped. It's from all the excitement and stuff going on. It's just definitely a fun time. It's like the Super Bowl of slot cars. All right, Larry's back on. Came in for a tire clean. 6:053, his best time.
7, 5, 3.
2 minutes right there.
6, 0, 9. 6, 0, 8.
6:053, his best time.
6, 1, 2.
So I think that your lowest time counts. We'll see. I could be
6, 1,
wrong
9.
here. Let's see. All right, he's back on. All right, we got the IROC race next. It'll be fun.
19.91. 6, 0, 1.
6016,
6, 0, 1.
6013,
6, 0, 9. 6, 1, 9.
All right, about 50 seconds left. One more tire clean.
.85.
30 seconds.
3. 6, 0, 1.
Got 4 laps if you're in the 6 seconds.
6, 1, 1.
611. 15 seconds.
6, 0, 4.
Okay, I think he's going to finish up with the 6013.
6, 1, 9.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. He's going to make it. Yeah, he does make the lap. There we go, just in time.
6, 0, 1.
All right, 6013. All right, Ian Douglas is up next. All right. Ian's got to do this here if he wants to knock Braiden off of this pole position, but I don't know. That's a tough job. Okay, yep, we're having an IROC race with the F-22 cars. We call them the Chip Ganassi cars. That's going to be fun. I'm going to hang around for that race. Why not? No points on the line. Just have fun racing. Try to turn some laps. It'd be interesting. Coming through the kink with the open wheel cars, you can't get that car sideways in the kink, or else you're going to hit somebody next to you. You can't go into the kink with other cars next to you. Ian ready.
3, 2, 1. Power.
Ian in his racing stance. One leg
6,
forward, one
0,
leg backward.
3.
6:03 his first lap. 5.95 second lap.
5.85.
5.85, getting faster.
5.82.
Yeah, they just floor it through that kink. Still not used to that flooring it through there. Hey, Simply Mad, welcome to the chat. Glad to have you. Got about 52 people watching here, and thank you everybody for watching us here live at Motown Raceway in Modesto, California. And this is Marc Natividad, your host with the most, calling the shots live trackside. All right, we've got Ian Douglas on deck, qualifying Q3 round, 3-minute qualifying round. 5.828, his best time right now. His best time last Q round was 5.738. And we still have Braiden Pollard on the pole position. 5.76.
5.76.
5.76, consistent.
5.74.
5.74, coming down a little bit. Can he beat his 5.38?
5.78.
Tire clean again. Phone's ringing. You're gonna have to take a message.
5.85.
I'm busy. All right. 5.85 on that last one.
5.78.
Like a DJ. You're on the air, right? Good one, Mark. Oh, man.
5.76.
Mark Perkins making some jokes.
5.82.
5.82. 40 seconds.
5.81. 5.80.
5.80, a little adjustment there. 30 seconds left.
10.48. 5.88.
5.88 on that last one.
5.86.
5.86. 8 seconds left.
5.90.
5.74.
5.85. Best time.
5.74. Not going to best his time of 5.738. All right, Braiden Pollard up next. King of the track here.
Protesting this.
3, 2, 1. Power.
All right, off we go.
Six, 0, 3.
6.03 off the bat.
5.89.
5.89. See some 5.7s here.
5.83.
5.83 coming down.
5.82.
5.82, 4.
5.83.
He knows where the points to punch it.
5.92.
He knows the points where to break. All right, coming in for a tire clean.
Six, 0, 1.
All right, 6 O's. All right, back in the groove after his tire clean.
5.88.
5.8.
5.87.
5.8, consistent.
5.86.
Still consistent with the 5/8.
589. 595.
Bumble, yeah. Mark actually did his qualifying round already. Welcome, Kevin. Todd asked, "What's the top Q3 time?" And that's
602.
right now. I think it might be Braiden.
591. 592.
So Braiden with the 5.824.
721.
30 seconds.
598. 595.
Yeah, Richie's. Welcome, Richie. Braiden ran the 5.7 on Q2, qualifying 2.
797.
So technically, Braiden still has the top qualifying position at 5.714 in Q2. All right, finishes with a 5.824.
824.
All right, 5.824. Okay. It actually says Ian on the pole now with 5.740. Yep. All right, let me print this out here. That's the second one. Yep. All right, let's get Braiden up here. All right, thanks for hanging in there with us.
So Ian, Braiden, and Jim will go direct to semis. Everyone else will load up into the 3 heats. Heat the C main, B main, A main. We'll have that out shortly. And again, your cars are in quarantine. And we'll get set up after some interviews for the IROC race.
All right, IROC race next. Stay tuned.
Okay, all right. Mark, you're not talking anymore? I have the audio right now. Come with me. Okay, guys, here. I'm gonna show you. I'm here. This is Carlos. How are you guys doing? Mark is right here. He's gonna interview pole position and a few more people here about this event. Let's go, Mark.
All right, let's go. Let's go roam the track here. Let's go. Let's see. Who are you talking to first, Braiden? Yeah. All right. Ian. All right. So, Ian, here we come. Ian Douglas, pole position once again.
Yes, just barely. I was so convinced that Braiden was going to get it today, but I just want to thank Frankie for an incredible car. Frankie built and prepped the whole car, and I just showed up and drove it. So credit to Frankie. Frankie did an incredible job. Thank you, Frankie.
Well, Frankie, wow, I didn't know. We got to talk, my brother. But yeah, so Braiden, he hit that 5.7 on Q2.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was very, very fast, and I was hoping you'd do it too.
Yeah, well, he also had his top speed on like 3 out of 12. So I thought for sure he had like a 5.6 at least in the car. But the track just kept getting dirtier and dirtier as the day went on, and the grip just wasn't there.
Yeah, I noticed that. People were having even a hard time breaking the 6s.
Yeah.
So, but nevertheless, good run.
Thank you.
Good car, always cool. Ian Douglas driving, in your I call it the Ian stance with the 1 foot forward, the 1 foot back.
Once you get lower, the lower you get, the more serious you get.
Is that it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Ian, thanks for having us. Thanks for being here, man. And it's great to be here because I feel like I'm in your house now a little bit because you guys are more than Electric Dreams, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I mean,
Where's his trophy?
Where is his trophy? Somebody better go get the trophy. So we got to present you with a trophy now.
Okay.
I thought we were almost done.
I don't know what's going on. He runs the track.
What's going on here?
Well, yeah, it's great to have you guys. Last night when you guys came into town, there was a buzz. So you guys being here means a lot to everyone here. So thank you to Carlos, Mark, Marco, wherever Marco is. it means a lot that you guys are up here.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here. It's finally, I haven't been here. It's my first time on the track. It's a little, Carlos and I found the track very challenging.
It's weird.
It reminds me of HO racing. It just does.
Sure, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And the kink is weird.
The kink is no joke.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys punch it through there.
I don't punch it. I never punch it through there.
So okay,
the car gets crazy.
So you hit it, and then right before you get to the kink, you let
You
off.
just dope. You just
Okay, it's a dope.
Yeah. It's a
Okay,
dope.
you heard it. Dope. Okay. Well, Ian, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
pole position.
Sweet.
On behalf of the California Challenge from Electric Dreams and
Thank you again,
Motown
Frankie.
Raceway. And
And
Frankie,
Motown.
man, we got to talk, brother. I
This
got
for you,
Nationals
Frankie.
car I need. All right.
Yeah, seriously. Me too.
Let's do. And Carlos needs one too. All right. Well, it's great to be here. Thank you. Congratulations. Got a hug. Got even a proper hug.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, Ian Douglas. Thank you very much. All right, let's find Braiden. Braiden, come on over here. All right. Yep. All right, Braiden. Dude,
Yeah.
good run. Dude, the 5.7, impressive. I was like, oh, this is Braiden's track. He's not having it. And then that second or the third round was just like the grip wasn't up there, or what was going on?
Yeah, it was just slip and slide out there. The first two rounds I did pretty good. I was, I think, a half a tenth ahead, and then the gap came down to quarter of a tenth, and then that one he just put the power down faster than me and had the grip out of the corners.
Yeah, well, it definitely, I can see that the grip wasn't there, and Jim was complaining that his wheels were spinning, and you guys were cleaning your tires a lot more. So track conditions do change.
They do, yeah. My tires here usually they look all shiny, but when I would look at them after this round, it was just dull. So that probably was some grip loss, but we're gonna go into tomorrow strong. Hopefully the track conditions improve, and I'm gonna be smooth out there.
There you go. Let's say smoother is faster, right?
Smooth is fast,
All right.
fast is smooth.
Fast is smooth. There we go. Smoother is faster, fast is smooth. All right.
All right.
Braiden Pollard, great job.
Thank you.
And thank you for having us here. It's
my pleasure.
Pleasure and a privilege to be
pleasure.
here. Yeah, man. Looking forward to seeing the Nationals at Electric Dreams.
I'm looking forward to it too. It's gonna be a fun one this year. I can only go up from what I did last year.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot from you, young man. All right, Braiden, good job, man. Give me a hug.
Thank you.
All right, great job, Braiden. Thank you. All right, and last but not least, Mr. Jim Rose. Get over here. Jim, well. So I first noticed that you had said or made a comment about the tires were spinning, so the grip level did change on the track for you as well.
Yeah, big time. I think all the fast guys are running in the 5.6s this morning, and we're having trouble breaking into the 5s actually come qualifying. So I'm not sure what exactly happened to the track, but it definitely went away somehow.
Well, I know we turned that fan off, and I don't know if had that anything to do with grip.
It didn't seem to. I know I went faster in the last round than I did in the second round, but
Yes.
everybody else stayed about the same.
Yeah.
So I just nipped Larry for the top three. So
You sure did. So you go right to semis.
right to semis. Sometimes I always think I'd rather be in the semi and have a little bit of track time, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Great car, great looking car, great custom paint job from you, Jim.
Thank you.
And it's finally, I get to, again, thank you for having us in your house, because I know this is your
Glad
track.
to have you and Marco and Carlos and everybody up here. It makes for a great camaraderie between the tracks, and it's nice to see commercial tracks working together to promote the sport. So it's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Jim Rose, thank you. Always
Thank
a
you.
pleasure and privilege. Give me
I
a
just
hug.
wanna say
Oh, wait, one more thing.
One more thing. You know, Ian was TQ. Braiden was second. I was third. That's the same podium as the slot.it Nationals. So you've heard that if you can win at Motown, you can win anywhere. And their combined age don't equal mine, so
Yeah.
we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, Jim, good job, man. Give me a hug. Great job, Jim Rose. All right, well, that's it for this qualifying round, but stay tuned because we have the IROC race coming up next with our F22 NSRs. So IROC basically means the cars will stay on the lane, and we just change the drivers and rotate to the lane. So the most laps wins. So stay tuned. Don't go away. Thank you. Back to you, Carlos. All right. All right. Take it away.
All right, guys. So that's it for qualify for the 2025 California Challenge here at Motown. We're going for a short break, okay? But I see everybody on the other side. We're gonna have an awesome IROC race, okay? So see you guys there.